Come in. Hey.
Hi, Sandy. I'm Kat Winkenberger. Nice to finally meet you. Thank you for meeting with me. May I have a seat?
Yes.
Great, thank you. I wanted to go ahead and give you my business card
Thank you.
before we start chatting. So I just wanted to go over a few things kind of to start off. I wanted to confirm that we do have 20 minutes
Yes.
to do this. Okay. And before I begin, do you want to invite anyone else into this meeting?
No.
Okay, and then do you mind if I take some notes?
I'll go ahead. I will too.
Okay, awesome. So let's get started. Last weekend, I met with your vice president, Bobby, at the Georgia-Florida game, and we ended up talking about the Duluth operating group, and he was telling me all about how much you guys have grown, kind of being a smaller company in the Southeast, having your main office in Duluth, but having some other offices all over, but you are wanting to expand. And he was kind of talking about how, you guys are looking for a new operating system. And so I actually was talking to him about what I do, which is, working for Salesforce, obviously. So they set up this meeting, and I just kind of wanted to go over some things that I really think could help. I ended up talking to, obviously, Bobby at the Georgia-Florida game, and then I kind of did some research of my own.
Okay.
Talk to some people in your sales department. I know majority of your employees are salespeople. Obviously, that's a huge part of your operation you have going on. Probably why you're so successful. You really, everyone that I talk to is really satisfied with everything as far as the company. But like I said, some things operationally wise that we could work on. So just to kind of dote on you all. You guys grossed $48.6 million in sales alone last year, which is amazing, which was a 3.5% growth from the previous year. Does that sound around
That's
right to you? Okay, that's awesome. And then I kind of, like I said, I've been talking to some people in HR and everything, and asked, what your actual numbers of salespeople and everything were. That Duluth has 22 employees, including yourself, 11 of those being salespeople, the 3 other offices being in Augusta, Nashville, and Jacksonville. Those also have 9 employees each, including 6 salespeople, totaling around 40 people that work for you. Does that sound around right?
Yeah.
Obviously, like I said, majority salespeople. So I kind of added it up, and with a $48.6 million growth, and you will have 286 clients, you're right on hitting 300. That makes every client around $170,000. And so after kind of looking at that and looking at your, business plan operating and stuff, I evaluated some of the problems that I saw that you all were suffering and that needed to be addressed. Obviously, I want to make your top priorities my top priorities. And like I said, I just kind of wanted to talk about some of the issues I saw, and then kind of get into, how I feel that we can help you. Do you have any questions before I start?
I don't. Go ahead.
Okay, awesome. So the first thing, like I said, so Bobby saying that while these numbers are fantastic, it's hard for your salespeople to keep up with the growth using this system.
Yeah.
The website you're currently using is not super advanced as far as keeping up with the large client base that you're getting and what you want to get. I know you're trying to expand into Savannah and Augusta, you're already in Augusta. Greenville, that's it, yeah. And so keeping up with the client's individual profile and account is kind of having, a little bit of a problem. Like, it's your salespeople are not able to just quickly find someone, and if they are, I talked to John and Grace in the sales department, and they actually said that a lot of times they work in the Jacksonville office, And they said a lot of times their salespeople will actually look up their accounts and it'll be an account from Augusta or Duluth or one of the other branches. It won't even be. So that's a big problem. Also, separating categorically. There's not a system that you can, do by each company or by, the amount that they give you, each what account's worth. So not being able to keep up with these clients, lowballing it, you're losing potentially 10 clients yearly. And that's just kind of a low number. Potentially if you're losing, 2, just because you aren't like a gigantic company, but if you're potentially losing 2 or 3 per branch, could be 10 plus yearly. And so, 10 yearly in each office. Sorry. So 10 in each office, that's totaling around 40 clients per year. So that's like being a low number. I was thinking 2 or 3 clients per salesperson. Sorry.
You're fine.
And so that totals, having each of them around $170,000, $6.8 million. Just clients that you've lost. So, yeah. And that is just from, clients that you've lost. Not even talking about the potential clients, which I'll get to. The second item is the tracking system. Have you heard about, are you aware of the tracking? Like, what have you heard?
We don't have one.
Well, yeah,
We need one.
yes. What do you think, as far as tracking goes, that, do you hear a lot of complaints
Yes.
about that?
Yes, they can't keep up with what they're trying to do, and some are getting overlooked and lost, and that's a potential client that you lose and you don't follow up on the lead.
Right.
So.
So with this problem, like you said, shipments can't be tracked. Shipments get lost, and that is not only wasting the salesperson's time, that's wasting the client's time, and then you're losing the actual product, actually dog's product. So this is causing you to also lose business from people. It was estimated that you lost $3.4 million in just tracking issues alone last year. So we're getting up there, about $10 million of lost stuff. So that's like one of the big issues I saw. Okay, so that leads to the third issue, that you're trying to expand to Savannah, Georgia, and Greenville, South Carolina, which are 2 really big hubs, big cities in the Southeast that I know customers will enjoy having, more of Dog's product and availability in offices around. But this is going to be a problem for those 2 new offices. You won't be able to get those off the ground. You will, but then once you do that, with the current system that you have, like I said, it's jumbled. All of the clients, your sales people have told me that it takes them, 30 minutes to an hour a day to just sort through everything and do all of that, totaling 5 hours a week, almost 20 hours a month. Total, with all of your branches, that's over 1,000 hours yearly lost in just work power and manpower. So with that being said, some of your salespeople were a little bit hesitant as far as your expansion goes, just because of the current system that you have going on. So how would you say, with that, I know that time management is super important to you, as it is to everybody, just because, time is money. So, so just to total it up, in a second, I am going to show you how to use the system.
Okay.
But I kind of wanted to total this up before we did that so you can see. Well, I guess we can kind of do it all at the same time. Do you mind if I scoot around?
Suits me.
So, as you see here, this is the Salesforce site. You can go on here, you can go to different accounts. On that, we have our own tracking system matched with each individual number that connects to the specific client. So if they want their package tracked, they can track it. If they want to call us, we can track it. We get alerted when a package gets sent, delivered, everything. It's no guesswork here. Also, under every client, as you can see, we can click on this person, John Smith, kind of an example. Has their business, it has, you know, their, I guess you would say client worth, how much they're worth, their existing orders, their past orders, orders that are, you know, in process right now. So if they have a reoccurring order, that goes out at a timely manner. Same with, you know, like their profile. It's an individual profile for each client, and you can organize that in different categories, which is a great thing because it individualizes them, that you can call and be like, you know, hey Jill, this is, you know, Sandy from whatever, and I know this and this and this, so it really personalizes the experience for them. So after kind of looking at this, you know, I know we can get into further depth on the website later if you want. We also have a program where we teach you how to do this, so it's really hands-on. Your salespeople can just go right off into doing it. Out of all these problems together, they're costing you well over $10.2 million in revenue, along with over 1,000 hours of lost man work time. All the tracking, you know, included, you know, losing accounts, not getting potential accounts, stuff like that. What we do, why am I talking to you, why is this important? We not only will save you that money, but we will be able to increase that growth, that 3.5. You'll be able to make those expansions to Savannah and to Greenville and explode them, not just kind of, you know, have them and kind of do the same exact thing. Along with each account, like I said earlier, these accounts won't get jumbled. The Duluth people will not have Augustus people, and vice versa. If they want to share, you know, a person's account or look up something, they can, but it will not be confused. You will not lose any manpower or any of that. And I think the most important thing is our tracking system. I mean, you know, it's just phenomenal. So as compared to the over $10 million, this is actually has a setup charge of only $15,000, and it's $225 per salesperson per month, so $2,700 per salesperson per year. So with 39 salespeople, not including obviously the new intended accounts or offices, this will only cost you about $105,000, $105,300. But I did take into account with the new thing, it would be less than $200,000 for the whole thing, and that is including the setup charge. But you know, like yearly, comparatively, 10 million to 200,000. It's kind of like, what is that? So after hearing all these issues I've addressed and the solutions that Salesforce can provide, not only to your salespeople, but to your clients as well, just the customer satisfaction and everything. Are you interested in these benefits?
I'm interested. However, I need to take it back and talk to some more people.
Awesome.
But I would love to set up another meeting.
Great. Yeah, I would love to.
About it.
Yeah, for sure. I would love to take it to the C-suite, and I can also bring I'm pretty techie with this, but I can bring our Salesforce tech guy, and they can go through everything with you, and it'll be awesome.
All right.
Great.
Sounds good.
Well, so great to meet you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great afternoon.
You too.